in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm here with Bernard Abe-Kuotre. There is Coach Christopher Nimli, Yao Ejeminta, my guys, to do the conversation. Jude Duncan will be joining us pretty soon, and then we can progress the conversation. Guys, welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Should we give it to them?
Thank you.
I know what to make us say. I know about okay, conclave. Oh, Banu, okay, what's it? Oh, conclave, Banu, okay, yeah.
That'd be hard.
Oh, you was
Charlie. About
Manche. Wakagmene so anima so anama so. Wakobele ya che. O manche yeli aba. Mena ngwe yo. Ye bo bele na ye bo drum na. Oba jekwe yo su mami. Oba te gamami.
Ni wo yo.
Oba bote gamami. Wo yo su. Osu mami ton wa keshi. Ni wo yo. Wo ye conclave.
Wo ye namo.
Conclave.
Wo ye namo.
Conclave.
But wait, that's not understanding, God.
No, that means she. What at your mother?
Thank you.
Omo no bo what we? Yes, Citi FM. No, your Osumami. No, your La. If you know your cafe slam. When a panorama work at Jeku, studio, where conclude. Backward continually. Yeah, fake. Aqua Gabi. Oh, fake. Backward Fontaine. Eto Chiaba. Ne fake. Fontaine. Eto Chi. Backward Sandy brother. Sandy brother. Sandy brother. When what Jeku? What Jeku? And was supported by one and only head of sports. All you need sports. Now, Kwama, you are working Domole. In boss, Oje Kawaji, Wakawaje, job.
Relax. These days, he has a new name.
Nabodi.
Oje Gonzalez.
Oje Gonzalez. Numo Gonzalez. Yaman. Who was Seba? Okay, Jomo Numo Gonzalez. Gonzalez. No, he will like it. No, at the World Cup.
Pray for Partey.
Dami World Cup.
Pray for Partey.
Come on. Henyon like Kobe. Henyon like Kobe. Mo fear money no here about Thomas. Oh, it's channel follow. Blasters what do Mojala me? No, nye kumo. What do Mojala me? Hey, it's not going to see. No, go bend back the no, go back. No, go back. World Cup in Argentina. Shoni Bane, Nima Shona, so I share one. Ni blasters of Afin work. Thank you. Okay, Jomo, of Afin work. And in Black Stars preparation, preparation, okay, to you was about can take to Black Stars preparation. Preparation and no
Amen. Right. Show probably brought to you by Betway Bet Influenza, Litina Travel and Tour, Blue Jeans, Energy Drink, and Extra Cash. Bank of Africa.
Blue Jeans, Papa.
Taurine and Ground. Taurine.
Or you go in your Blue Jeans.
You see, today be Friday, right?
Good.
Yeah, man. Today be Friday. Guys, if you are listening to us, we are live on 97.3. Just in case you're wondering where we are the Conclave, right? Just you can make your way here. Fantastic big screens to watch that game between Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina. We'll be making way to this place a lot more during this time as the World Cup has started. The Black Stars are in action later next week, June 17, at this particular venue, the Toronto Stadium or the BMO field. FIFA says that because of sponsorship purposes or reasons, we should call that place the Toronto Stadium. So the Black Stars will be in action against Panama. We'll be getting into the Black Stars conversation a bit later because today we received not the best of news regarding Thomas Partey. If that happens, it adds to Ghana's long list of big players who would be or who would not be featuring in that first game and even the subsequent game for Carlos Queiroz. But Coach, Bernard, let's start off with the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
I want us to get into the games that have started. We'll try and pick those points that have come out. Mexico beating South Africa, a lot of talking point from that.
Yeah.
The first opener we saw 3 red cards, 2 going to South Africa, 1 going to Mexico.
Yeah.
And then later we had South Korea also beating Czech Republic. As we speak, Canada taking on Bosnia, and then the games will follow in that order. Just your general thoughts about the competition so far and what do you have to add to it?
Well, general thoughts, I'll look at officiating first. I feel you look at the back end of what had happened at the final of the AFCON. It's indeed important to emphasize that we're going into this. FIFA was particular about getting strict officiating officials to make sure we get the game smooth without any controversies and what have you. It's why they picked that first officiating official who is from Brazil in that game against Mexico and South Africa, who took authority or who stamped his authority in that game and made sure that he tolerated less of any sort of behavior in that particular game. Hence the 3 red cards that he showed. He's a referee who's well experienced. He's officiated in World Cup qualifiers. He's a top officiating official in the in Brazilian football. And FIFA had defended decisions that he's taking, and of course his federation as well in some of the games that he's handled. This same officiating official we speak of was at the 2018 World Cup in that control room, the VAR room, and later got an opportunity to officiate in the 2022 World Cup, then transitioned to have the center stage in an opening fixture at the World Cup. You expect that he takes control, you expect that he calms the nerves of the guys down, you expect that any little incident that would put the game in the talking space negatively, because if it's looking at sponsors, looking at expanded its weight, or if you want wings of bringing in more investment into the game. Or for example, we see the hydration breaks and the commercials that's been introduced in that space. It's difficult, but we are adjusting as football fans. But in terms of officiating, it is what FIFA is looking at to avoid controversies. Hence, picking referees or officiating officials who are super tough and can represent that badge that is right on their chest.
Great stuff, Coach. Before the game started yesterday, FIFA introduced new landmark rules for the World Cup. One of it is the substitution countdown, the set pieces countdown, the hands covering mouth, and all of that, the hydration breaks and all. A lot of things have been introduced in there. Just your thoughts. I would love to hear from you on what you make about all of those landmark rules introduced to the tournament.
I think fundamentally what FIFA seeks to achieve is to make sure that the game flows. So at the end of the day, they don't want to have too many delay tactics. How many times have we not seen coaches tactically deploy the situation where once I have some form of advantage and I want to substitute a player, I get the player to get a bit far away from the touchline. And once the substitution is made, he takes his time and walks across. And all these things, normally the referee would not stop the time.
Yeah.
In recent time, we've seen FIFA encourage referee to factor all those things in trying to actually tell us the actual time to be added upon when the game comes to an end. But again, I think they've sat there, they realized that, look, that idea or that ploy to try and limit the wasting of time by teams did not work. What have they done? They've ensured that when a player is being substituted, I think you've got like 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
To exit. And so yesterday, what we saw that when all the substitutions were made, you see the player who's been substituted running because we are told that if you don't exit within 10 seconds, you will be allowed to step out. The incoming player on your side will sit up for what? 1 minute. And in a game of football, 1 minute is a lot. A lot can happen in 1 minute. I support Manchester United.
You're doing 10 against 11.
Exactly.
Coach, guess what? In the lead up to the World Cup,
That's right.
Japan played a friendly game against Iceland, and the same thing happened.
That's right.
The Icelandic player delayed for more than 10 seconds, and so the incoming player had to stay off the field for a minute. And within that minute, Japan scored.
There you go.
Interesting.
So you see, the game at this level is so.
I love you to go to the point you say you support Manchester United.
Yeah, I support Manchester United, and I've seen Man United win games.
Yeah.
In what? In seconds.
Yeah.
In seconds. So for a supporter of Manchester United,
but not currently,
I value. Right? Of course, I value.
No, currently.
Currently, I can do what?
United can't do.
You better think about Chelsea first. Don't go where you don't.
Thank you very much.
Where you don't want to go. So, like I said, I have seen Man United win games in seconds. So yesterday, look, although it looks a bit new, but it was more refreshing.
Yeah.
Now look, we don't want the game to be delayed because I think statistically it's been shown that if care is not taken, naturally the game itself has got its natural way of delaying. Like for example, a foul is created, the ball goes out for a throw in. So FIFA has now said that even on throw-ins, you have to flag the throw in 5 seconds and the ball boys are alert to that. They've been coached, they've been prepared, they've been properly oriented that when the ball goes out, as quickly as possible, give the ball to the team who's been awarded the throw-in so that they quickly facilitate the beginning of the game at a certain pace.
Yeah.
So certain things we saw yesterday, I hope will come to stay, because from what I saw yesterday, look, believe you me, I was enthused, I was happy that we saw a bit more of the game flowing.
Yeah.
And the unnecessary
disruptions
and has all been put to end. So look, my initial point about what I saw regarding the new rules that have been introduced into the game, I just hope that all the footballing teams, the club side, the national teams, they will accept this in good faith and begin to orientate their players in line with that so that the game will flow a bit more.
Charlie, guys, I want us to give a big shout to Julian Quinones.
Julian
Quinones.
Yeah,
man.
The
guy who scored the
Cristiano
first goal
Ronaldo's-
yesterday.
Cristiano Ronaldo's master.
I think he goes into history.
Today, I
man
found
can
I hear he beat Ronaldo to the goal king.
Yeah, 31 goals in 33 matches.
Wow.
But that's not even what I want to talk about. I found out today, right? You know, he's of Colombian descent.
Yeah. Apparently he was born in Colombia.
Chairman Gobich from Mexico. Wait, go meet some woman.
Let's say, Charlie.
I don't see, women be powerful. Women, look, bro. You go meet the woman. The woman in name is Anna Gabriela Quinones. Hard.
That be hard.
Yeah, man. Wait, marry the woman. Marry him in 2023. If you listen to the story,
if I see this one, I don't go back to Colombia again. Damn, man. Damn.
Man.
So in 2023, they got married, right?
That's right.
And then, in fact, Gabriela Anna Quinones, she's one of the powerful social media influencers in Mexico.
That's right.
After marrying Gabriela, she started something with the Mexican Football Federation to get Quinones
into the national
switch
team.
allegiance and represent Mexico. So in 2024, that started. And in 2025, he started playing for the Mexican national team.
Wow.
And then in 2026,
he's in the World Cup.
He scored his fourth goal for Mexico.
That's right.
29 years old, Julian Quinones. He be hard guy.
No, it be hard.
Hey!
If you trust the woman.
Big shouts to all the women and they, women be powerful.
They be hard.
Yeah, Jamie.
Look, let me tell you something. Just before you come,
could you tell them something?
The Bible tells us that even in the Garden of Eden, in the Garden of Eden,
thank you.
When the devil showed up, he saw Eve. He saw Adam.
He saw one. He saw
Eve. He saw Adam. Who did he go to?
Eve.
Yeah, but let's talk about Julian Quinones. He scored the first goal yesterday after Rowan Williams decided to gift the ball away. Right? Yeah. I mean, you are not a big fan of teams trying to play from the back. I know y'all stands on it so much. So yesterday in studio, as soon as I saw that back pass, the first person that came into mind was Yaya Minta. And it was smart play from Gutierrez to have initiated a press, dispossessed Sithole, and then scored a pass to Julian Quinones, and then Mexico grabbed the first goal. Just your thought about him and what Mexico did yesterday.
Yes, Mexico, I think they did a very good job reading the game plan of South Africa because even Rowan Williams, the goalkeeper and the captain for South Africa, he made mention of this in his post-game presser where he said that Mexico consistently in the lead up to the World Cup, more like practically a year, they had played with a back five in all their games, but they played against South Africa, and that's the reason why South Africa also went at them with the back five. And he complimented Mexico for switching their game plan and switching to a back four, and that switch gave them a little bit of an advantage in terms of the numbers in the middle. And on top of that is one side of the issue. And on top of that, Mexico did a good job with their pressure high up the field. And I wasn't too surprised that they were quite good in this aspect because they did it to our very own Benjamin Asari in that friendly game against Ghana, where they deployed a very good press trap and they forced a mistake out of our team, our back line, and they ended up scoring from that. And so clearly, if you are going into such a game and you are playing against a team like that, that has already shown that they are quite good when it comes to being able to get teams to fall for the trap when it comes to they pressing high up the field. Then you should be able to either go long if you do not trust the passing ability of your defenders, or you work on it so many times, so hard in training that it becomes second nature, or it comes second nature to your team. And in that sense, I look at South Africa, and I don't think they were sharp in that department because it wasn't just that giveaway that led to the Quinones goal. That was the only mistake that happened in that particular game. It happened multiple times. So many giveaways.
I think it was the same Sithole who saw the red card, for South Africa.
No, 20.
No, he took the first one and Zwane got the second one.
And so you saw that happen so many times. And I was so surprised that South Africa kept going at it, repeating the same things all over and over again. That your passing ability
just hold on
from the
for
back
me.
is not good enough.
Just a quick update. Bosnia have taken the lead against host nation Canada. It was a corner kick, and the man was just right on time to connect to that corner kick to give Bosnia the lead against Canada. And look at the supporters, elated at the start, elated with a goal. Canada left distraught.
Oh yes, I mean once you get a goal in the first 20 minutes in the first half against a host nation, it is a big deal, and I'm not surprised.
The goalkeeper,
they are celebrating so wildly. But at the end of the day, I'm not surprised again that Bosnia and Herzegovina got a goal from a corner kick because on the average they have the tallest squad in the World Cup.
I see.
They have an average of height of 1.87, which is more like
gone past Czechia.
Yes. On the average, Bosnia and Herzegovina have the tallest squad on the average in this World Cup, and so getting a goal from a header off a corner kick, it's not surprising. But back to the South Africa issue, just to round up. Yes, I find it very disappointing that they weren't well versed in the passing out of the back sequence or situation, and they kept going at it, knowing very well that they had already considered a goal in the 9th minute, and it was clear Mexico are very good when it comes to setting up traps while pressing high up the pitch against opposing teams. So that was very disappointing in terms of the performance from South Africa in that regard. That they saw it, they conceded a goal from it, yet they kept on trying to pass out from the back. It wasn't successful, and so for me, they're not being able to adapt and change their tactic or change their system really hurts them. There was nothing wrong with going long, hitting the ball long, because at the end of the day, you have Lyle Foster up top, and he's very good in the air, very big guy. He throws his body around a lot, and so and the few occasions that they went long, they troubled the Mexican defense. But I don't know why they didn't try it a lot more than they did in that particular game, and that for me was very disappointing.
Interesting, yeah. Coach.
In addition to what Yao said, I think I was massively disappointed when the South African team, made up of 7 starters, all from Mamelodi Sundowns. One would have thought that the chemistry in that team should have never been in doubt. But if you look at the manner in which they did a lot of turnovers on false errors, and even in very tight situation, you expect that if you've got 7 of yourself, you train every day as a team, you dominate Africa, you are virtually the champions of club football when it comes to Africa. One would have thought that no matter how tight the trap is, you will be expected to find a way through. Because at that level, once I train with Yao, once I train with you, I train with Abeko, I need not look to effect the pass. But wherever the build-up starts from, there is a chemistry that will allow us to liberate ourselves within the press. So I was so disappointed yesterday when I realized that the Mexican will set the press, but the South African consistently, virtually struggled to bypass the press. And that for me was one of the reasons why they just couldn't establish any uniformity or any sort of harmony in whatever they were doing. You see, in a game of football, there will be times where you will not be without the ball. There will be times where you have the ball. Those two situations are equally important. I've always said that a team need not have the ball to detect what happens in the game. Naturally or tactically, in the modern game now, it is rather the team without the ball that tend to detect how the game is progress. So, and it is again said, and tactically it's been proven to be true, that when you have the ball and you lose the ball, you have a very poor defensive shape. And we saw that in that game against South Africa and Mexico. The moment they got dispossessed, you could see that the defensive shape of the South Africans were completely non-existent. What was my worry? Yao's already stressed on that. If you look at the quality of the coaching, if you look at the quality of the 2 technical bench, I think they were to some extent equally matched in terms of experience, in terms of exposure. So Hugo Bruce just sat in the chair, and anytime the camera fell on him, he looks very relaxed together with his assistant. They sat in the chair. There was no occasion where I saw him stand up and try to change
in his post-game presser, he said they had a good game plan, so he was happy with the way they had issues.
Coach go talk say Efelalu.
And
That's interesting.
if you want to try to, you need to be in a comfortable league. There was nothing comfortable yesterday. So I was shocked when I saw him sat on his bed. You may have a good game plan, but the question is the game plan working? And from what you and I watched yesterday here, from the same place, the conclave,
no game plan.
There was no indication that the game plan was working. So he needed to change it. So I completely disagree with him when he said that there was no need to get the boys to do something different. And let me highlight this. Another thing that I observed was the fact that the 2 teams, he thought the Mexican will go a back 3 or a back 5 with wing backs. They rather went 4 at the back with 2 good, naturally pacey wingers. And they were both orthodox. Now, once you decide to do a 5-back, the wing backs of South Africa naturally were all defenders. Their true role are fullbacks that have been converted into what? Wing backs. So that meant that tactically, defensively, you should have a decent shape. You shouldn't struggle when you want to build from the back. But what did we see? With William, who is a very good passer of the ball with his foot and with his hands, the manner in which South Africans struggled yesterday to pass through the press was unbelievable.
And I contributed to the terrible shape that they had defensively. Because consistently you had their wing backs, the likes of Mudau, advance high up the pitch as soon as they got the ball. But because they could not put together 2-3 passes successfully, they consistently lost the ball. And once they lost the ball with Mudau high up the field, there was a gaping hole. The defensive shape was gone, and there was a gaping hole consistently
between the 3 center backs.
Yes, on either side of the 3 center backs, and that's what Mexico consistently used. So you had a lot of cutbacks from their wings, and you could tell that they had practiced this over and
Over and
over and
over
over
again.
again.
Yeah.
There were multiple times where their wingers were in a position to dig the ball via across to either the back post or the front post, but they were always cutting the ball back to the center of the penalty box because they had practiced. They could tell that they had practiced it multiple times, and they already and consistently had quite a number of players already lined up to meet that cross
And
whenever
again-
it came through.
And again, look at the second goal they conceded. Per the shape of the team,
Across from
the
Alvarado.
fullback or the wing back should have been
Yeah.
in position. He wasn't.
Yeah, because
Because-
I told you that I was surprised Alvarado was able to pick
Jimenez. And
And
he was all alone
Yeah, because-
at the 5 post. See, but the shape of the team, the back five always meant that. And Jimenez was so intelligent. If you watch the slow motion, tactically, you can see him pulling away from the 3 center back, just trying to dodge them into that zone. And you could see him again raising his hand, telling the guy with the ball that, look at me. I'm at the 5 post. I'm all alone by myself. Get the delivery right. We punish them. And once the delivery was perfect, was spot on,
Yeah.
you don't give a striker of that quality
Yeah.
that room to operate in your 6-yard box, he will definitely punish you.
Well-
So for me, I was a bit disappointed in the South African.
yeah.
Look, I have a feel they got the coach's tactics wrong. Once the coach came
You mean
to
on the part of
media,
South Africa?
absolutely, to the media to say, "Oh, he got his tactic right," and blah 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 and all of that. I don't buy it. I mean, I have a feel he needed to cool the pressure or the tension in South Africa down, not to then pile it on his team. But I mean, he's a coach. When you go back indoor, you know what you're going to tell your boys, because that was a shambolic performance right there. You're one of our 10 African countries representing the continent at this stage of the competition, and you play in this manner. That's shambolic. And you come to the press and you say, "Well, you loved your tactical play." We watched the game in here, and we are surprised that in 2026 you are in fives defending and you don't still know what to do.
Exactly.
It's shocking.
If the game continued to today, right, I'm not sure South Africa would have scored any goal.
Did you know
I,
this?
doubt it.
I
I doubt
say
it.
so because
didn't know
coach,
what
when
they were
I
about.
checked the XG for the two teams after the game after 90 minutes, Mexico did 2.83. South Africa did 0.08.
Look at that.
And then you
Not
say,
even 0.1.
and then you say your game plan was right.
Actually, I'm surprised with the way.
I was shocked, but you see, I'm sure in that backroom staff,
Yeah.
they've got some decent technical bench. There's a video analyst there, 1 or 2 of them, and they'll be watching. They'll be looking at it. They'll be looking at the statistics. They'll be analyzing the movement. They'll be looking at in the offensive sense. I think there are 2 strikers too on the day were very lazy.
Apollos
And then-
came in later, right?
Yes.
So
but,
La Foster and the other chap.
they were very lazy. They lost almost all the 1v1 situation. And once a team played, because there were times where they attempted to go long.
For coach, I think lazy is a bit harsh on them. I think the service to them was quite
Yeah,
poor
there was
because
a reason
consistently
why,
the
right?
long balls
The reason
to
why
the wide areas they
Yeah.
sailed
The reason
over their
why-
heads and out of play.
The reason why I'm
can't-
using
they can't
that
do much
phrase,
with that.
there were times in the game, several times in the game, where the ball went to them at feet, and they couldn't block off the defenders. Okay, they couldn't block off they allowed the defenders to come from behind and virtually bully them. In world football, look, if you are a Foster or somebody, you should be casting in the mode of what? A Didier Drogba and some. You should, because you are not the quickest.
Yeah.
Your strength is your physique and your ability to combat or to compete physically with the defenders. So the moment I agree, they were coming from behind. I think this is a beautiful chance for Canada. Oh my goodness.
They even
What
got-
is this guy doing?
I mean, he was in a clinical.
Olu was saying
He was in a clinical
plays for
position
Varel.
when the Bosnian defense committed themselves. Instead of
Yeah,
to just
look at
plant
this.
the ball
Come
at
on,
the
pass
5,
the ball,
they
pass
had-
the ball.
They
A
don't
lot
know
of
what they are
space.
doing in the final third. They don't know.
This is what happens. So at times when you are the host nation.
I think, yeah, sort of what Nigerian descent, right?
Yeah, of Nigerian descent. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, of Nigerian descent.
Well,
I mean, but I honestly, one of the items or the stuff I picked out from day one of the tournament is that this World Cup is going to be big on discipline.
I agree.
It's going to be big on discipline.
Why do you say so? Because of the red cards we saw?
Yeah, because of the red cards, that's one. But beyond the red cards, the way the referee handled the game, and you look at the rules that were rolled out before the tournament started and how they were implemented, you could tell that this time around, they are not taking any kind of nonsense, more or less, for the lack of a better word, nonsense. Mm-hmm. Because how many times have we watched games where a game is stopped for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, because players are constantly heckling referees? We didn't see that yesterday.
You dare not.
10 seconds, boom, and everyone backs off. You could tell that discipline is going to be very key in this tournament. The red card that was shown to Montez, it could have easily been ignored.
Swept under the rug.
It could have easily been ignored. But the point is that the rules were applied down to a T. Because at the end of the day, if he had not committed that foul, Mudau would have been able to run onto that ball and deliver a cross. And he was close to the penalty box. Once you foul him and prevent him from continuing that action or that sequence, that's you denying a direct goal scoring opportunity. That's a foul. And that's a red card offense. And so, in other circumstances or in previous tournaments, especially at the time that it came, almost the end of the game, Mexico had the lead, everything was, the 3 points were in the bag. It could have easily been ignored. But the enforcement of the rules was delivered. It was delivered to the surprise of many, including myself. But at the end of the day, the rules are clearly stated. Once you deny a player direct goal scoring opportunity, and you are the last man, you must go. Okay, it's a direct record, and that's why I put out that tweet. And people are coming at me about the number of yellow cards that our centre backs have, and are prone to have.
Specifically, you're talking about
because yes, because it is going to be a big deal,
and we are facing a team that
it is going to be
attack you from minutes 1 to minute 19.
It's going to be a big deal. No, it might not be on game
very
1,
relentless,
but on game 3, when we need to win or maybe get a draw to qualify, then we have a situation where a lot of our defenders are suspended because accumulation of yellow cards. A lot of our some of our defenders are suspended because there's a red card in there. Yes, that's Ryan Reynolds, big man, great actor.
For the big
he's one of the co-owners of Wrexham.
Exactly, and for the big fans of Blackpool,
Blackpool, the Blackpool movie, the movie franchise.
Freak like myself, and Coach and Bernard.
The guy who played Blackpool.
When he's killing you, he's always talking.
He's a funny actor. So that's why I'm a bit concerned about the number of yellow cards that our players have attracted and are likely to attract. Because if you look at Aliou Seidu, is he prone to get a yellow card? Yes or no? He is. If you look at Jerome Opoku, a lot of people are focusing on Lucasen, but Jerome Opoku also has a terrible record when it comes to his discipline. He has 72 yellow cards in 219 games, which is even worse than Lucasen's record. And so, if you have Jerome Opoku, if you have Aliou Seidu, if you have Jonas Ajete, who is quite prone to getting yellow cards because of his rash tackles and all, you have a situation.
I agree. I agree. And I agree with what you're saying.
We have a dire situation at hand. And I'm saying that it could end up coming back to hurt Ghana. Not because, Ghana lacks quality. But not because Ghana didn't play well. But because Ghana couldn't have enough bodies in the centre back position or defensive lines to be able to defend well by game 3 because of accumulation of yellow cards and possible red card suspensions. And so discipline is going to be a very, very big theme to watch out or look out for in this tournament. And that was clearly stated in game 1 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
All right. If you are listening to us, we are coming to you live from the Conclave. And we are live on 97.3 Citi FM. Gabi Ofe, Bernard Abeku, and also Coach Christopher Nimley, Yai Jamin Tais also here with you.
Superstar, I just have one issue to address from all that Yao has been talking about. Look, interestingly, this coach has been with Manchester United in the past, right?
Yeah.
United got players who were not disciplined, right?
Like who?
Roy Keane.
I think by the time
that was a different era. That was a different era.
So what's your point?
The same coach. If that's
that was a different era. The rules applied.
I agree. I agree, but as a manager is why we have somebody who understands the two terms, being a manager and being a coach. Being a manager extends, beyond just, issuing tactical instructions. Coach is aware. My point is that I feel that if we say that was some long time ago, moments ago, this manager, I believe, has picked experience down the line. So I always describe experience as going. So I am aware, understands where football has gotten to now, and understand the numbers that are behind each player that's been called. You recall this coach about 2 or 3 weeks into his tenure, or if not 2, that's time to be corrected, into his tenure as Black Stars head coach. He said they had done analysis about all of the players, the 55 they want in the Black Stars set, even before the 26 announcement. So that tactical analysis that they did around the players during their club moment before they got into the national team, I believe has gotten a technical team in the known whether this guy is super disciplined, where he's having 72 yellow cards or what's in the campaign. And we saw the boys play in that friendly against Wales.
Yeah.
And we saw that indeed there have been improvements in this squad. There we saw certain things which was different in some players who came to the national team or who came to camping and were not really sharp. We saw that the boys were even saying that training for the first few days was really at a different level. They were training 2 times. I'm sure this manager is aware of that and is going to fine-tune these guys into staying disciplined in a campaign where we didn't perform better, coming off the other campaign where we exited from the group stage. So I feel the manager is also important. It is why we all complain that when we saw Hugo Bruce and Coach Riley described sits down and chatty, we're all worried because we felt that the caliber of manager that he is, even though this is the
should be doing better.
Major competition he's carrying this team to, he should be doing better. So I have a feel that Carlos Queiroz is the man or the brain behind the kind of performance we put out. Why? Because Otto Addo showed us that he was the man or brain behind how the Black Stars turned out poor results. 24 games, but 28.
I'm not focusing on the performance. I'm talking about the discipline.
So I'm saying
you can have all your tactics right. And Roy Keane, who played under Carlos Queiroz, said that he is a brilliant tactician, he's a brilliant coach. But as to whether he's a good manager, he has his questions because he has the personality of a dead fish.
He didn't like him.
And it's not because he likes him. If you like him, how would you describe him as having the personality of a dead fish?
Because every player who's gotten big ego who'd love to be surprised.
The thing is, it's not about performance. The performance, we all agree and we testify that, yes, it looked a bit better than what it was under Otto Addo. I'm referring to the discipline aspect. And there's no way you can coach discipline into a team that's made up of players who are already formed. Alidu Seidu is already formed as a player.
Yeah.
Derek Lucasen is 30 years old. He's already formed as a player.
Okay.
Jerome Opoku is already formed as a player. So the bit about being able to coach discipline into them is going to be tricky, especially when you've had very limited time with the team, and your first assignment is a high pressure moment like competing in a World Cup environment or playing in a World Cup game. And that's where I have a bit of worry.
Okay. Well, I'll just say that I think we'll be paying attention to that first game against Panama, and we'll see how our boys will shape up and approach the game. Because I think you two have said
we had one yellow card in that game
opinions
against Wales, and it was Tom's Partey. 1 yellow card.
Yes.
In that game against Wales.
Yeah, just 1 yellow card. So let's see, because I think it's an interesting, it's a friendly game, right? I think it's an interesting conversation, Coach, because I say so. This tournament has that second opportunity for teams that finish third in their groups. So we are picking 8 of the third best placed teams. We are looking at the goals considered, goals scored. Yellow cards would also come into that conversation if, the goals scored and goals considered are cancelling each other out. And so the teams that would be attracting a lot of yellow cards then will not get themselves into that conversation.
And we've seen Senegal suffer because of that.
Yeah.
At the 2018 World Cup, they couldn't qualify because they had more yellow cards than the team that they were in contention with to qualify.
Yeah.
And that's what got them out of the World Cup and the 2018 edition. And so, it is a big deal.
You see,
it is really a big deal.
We'd have to be careful with that.
I've listened to Abego, I've listened to The issue is that we are in a serious trouble. The Black Stars is not in a good standing when it comes to the quality of preparation we've attached to the tournament. Look, we have a new coach. And for me, as a technical man, I repeat here, or I say here, that it is woefully inadequate to have given this man only one proper friendly game. The next important game is going to be against Panama. Within the space of 3 weeks, how many friendly games have we seen Panama play?
They've played about 3 or 4 friendly games.
How many friendly games have we seen England play?
England have played the same number.
How many friendly games have we
2,
seen?
right?
Have we seen Croatia play?
Croatia, I think the last time I checked, they were playing Greece also.
The fact of the matter is that
the teams are well prepared.
The teams are well prepared, and we are not well prepared. And for me, it's a matter of concern now.
Yeah.
I don't get it. The FA saw the need to get the Black Stars another friendly game under this head coach. Gabi, why has that not materialized? It's because of the issues of money. And for me, I don't get it, because I know for sure that when we played against Mexico, we got money.
Okay.
When we played against Germany, when we played against Austria, when we played against Korea, when we played against Japan, we made good money.
I see.
Okay? So the FA, from the money made in all those friendly games, are they telling the people of this country that we are joking with the preparation of the Black Stars? It's a complete joke. Because I'm imagining myself being the head coach of the Black Stars. I just walked into the job. And I'm going to a major tournament like the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I'm going in there having played only just one friendly game with my team. What is the sense in that? It doesn't make sense tactically, technically, physically. There's no sense in that.
But coach, what about people who say that so Black Stars have played just one friendly game against
That's right.
Wolves? If we want to look at it on the flip side, it means that to our opponents in the group, they wouldn't have much information about Team Ghana.
I respect.
We've not played enough games.
I respect those who I say, but if you understand football like I do,
yeah,
that is not the right thing to do.
I see.
That has never been.
Yeah.
Are we saying that we are more clever than all those teams who are playing the number of friendly games that they are playing? You can't be this clever.
And I hear in Kiroz's own assessment of the boys,
exactly,
he didn't like the physical condition.
That's
of the team.
it. So how do you test that? You don't test. It's like a boxer going to fight in the world title fight. Instead of him to get a proper sparring partner, he's going to do Achiagbeshi partners. Achiagbeshi, you know what Achiagbeshi is, right? He just get one or two waywarded boxers and he knocks them out and he thinks he's up to the standard. Now he enters the ring proper and one punch from the true opponent and he's all over the place. Completely dazed. You understand? That is what is happening to the Black Stars. And I'm saying this on grounds that
we are dazed.
No team in the tournament has prepared the way we have prepared. Go and check. We are the only team in this tournament that has played with a new coach, and we had only. See, people may refer to the games we played against Germany and against Austria.
Yeah.
Who was our coach then?
Otuado.
Do you see any similarity between the way Otuado worked and the way Carlos Queiroz is working?
No, please.
Completely distinct.
Yeah.
Very distinct. So look, we've got management members, the likes of Dr. Randy Abbey, experienced campaigners, the likes of Stephen Appiah. For me, look, I was thinking through this today and I was asking myself, come on, man, what is the problem? Is it a matter of money?
You say, well, come on, what?
Come on, man. Is it a matter of money?
I said they have a problem.
No, I don't get it. Because Stephen Appiah is there. And Stephen knows. I'm not saying this like I'm criticizing Stephen Appiah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ronaldo would have told them that this is woefully inadequate.
I'm sure they share your
He would have told Keto Kreku, he would have told the Black Stars management chairman, Dr. Randy Abbey. They are in the known. It's that we are joking. We are joking. And you see, most Ghanaians have not given that a look in. But I'm using Sports Panorama to put it across to the people of this country.
Okay.
The preparation of our team is bad.
Sports Panorama from the conclave.
You understand?
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Sports Panorama from the conclave.
From the conclave.
Inside
Osu.
Inside Osu.
Yeah,
The
man.
preparation of our team is very, very bad. As it stands now, do we stand a chance of playing any friendly game? No. On Wednesday, we walk into that game against Panama. And it is so an important game because when we are going to in the competition and among the group members, we believe that if anything at all, that is our 3 points completely wrapped up. If you go to Panama, they also believe.
Yeah, they're also weighing us up.
I'm telling you, if that would be our most difficult game in the tournament,
I see.
that would be our most difficult game in the tournament, and therefore I'm going to ask some important questions here. When I look at what is happening. If you look at the preparation, I can only say it's because of money. Because I don't want to believe
So the
that
report.
Keto Kreku,
Yeah.
with the likes of Dr. Randy Abbey, with the likes of Stephen Appiah, and everybody surrounding the Black Stars management, I don't want to believe that they don't see the need. They just do not see the need for that second or third friendly game. What has stopped it? What is preventing our team from playing another friendly game? We heard they were talking to what? Honduras.
Yeah.
I am aware.
It was first Jamaica.
And
then
they all
Honduras.
needed money.
Yeah.
All the teams said, look, we are not part of the World Cup. If you want me to assemble my players to come and give you
Compensate.
a test,
You need
to pay
compensate,
some money.
yeah.
Why are we walking away from that?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Why are we walking away from that? Who are those encouraging this lackluster, this shambolic sort of preparation leading to the World Cup?
Okay.
For me, would I be surprised if the Black Star walks onto the pitch and the players looks very confused? I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised.
Confused, you mean?
Yes, confused in terms of their off-the-ball movement, their defensive shape, how we attack as a team. You need to go and practicalize these things in the lab. That is why you go to the lab to experiment. Who told you that chemist goes into the lab and he does the experiment only once and then he comes out with a conclusion?
Go with and practice.
Nobody does that. No scientist would do that. Scientists will go into the lab, do an experiment, repeat it over and over again until he's assured of a consistent results.
Yeah, man.
Then based on the consistency of the result, he can now put up a conclusion that says that, look, I am confident that anybody who goes through step A, step B, C, D of this would arrive at the same conclusion. Answer.
Okay.
What is this?
Coach, we'll have to go for.
What will be a minute? I'm in one. Allow me. I'm in
We have to
four.
go on a break.
Just a quick correction.
We have to go on a break.
The Ryan Reynolds thing is
Deadpool. Deadpool, yeah. In fact, outside, yeah. So not Blackpool.
Are they sleeping?
Too much football. Too
Are
much.
they sleeping on the job? In the budget, let
Yeah.
me say this
Real quick, we have to go
in
on a
the
break.
budget, I am told that there money is allocated for friendly games.
Yeah.
Where is the money?
So who is taking that money? And
Where
where
is the
going
money? Is Atu not forcing? No, we are asking the legit questions. Is it because Atu forcing is not forcing any longer?
That's what he released the money today.
He has released the money.
They released
You
the
see,
money.
then the timing of the release is bad and it's wrong.
All right.
Because it has affected the performance of the preparation of our
released
team.
the money.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
no, I'm a few. I'm a ball like
Relax.
They shouldn't joke with them.
Relax.
Because
Who
look, America,
beats Panama?
oh,
Relax.
stop that.
Who
Stop
beats
that.
Panama?
You stop that. Relax for the way. The preparation is bad. You two say relax. Relax for the way.
76 million was released today.
Relax.
76 million Ghana cedis.
That is not. You should have released this money so that you see we are going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
I don't want the Black Stars to go and play just 3 games and come back home. That it starts with the preparation.
The prophet says we'll do 5
Now,
games.
would you be surprised?
5 games is 1 out of 16.
Would you be surprised if the crosses come in and our defenders are bumping into each other? I would, because look, we've gone into the tournament with a defensive oriented coach. Coaches will tell you need to spend quality time teaching defensive organization, and you need the team to go into competitive games. That is why coaches hardly change their defensive setup. The longer a defensive unit play together, play with themselves, the better they get, the more efficient they get. Okay, the more they are more or less completely impermeable.
Yeah,
you don't permeate them, you don't penetrate them.
Okay.
I
think we should get Coach some juice and some water.
The
people here at Conclave should show us some love. She showed Coach some love. But we've been joined here by Jude Duncan, my wingman, always a World Cup Central.
Oh, Charlie.
My G.
No, my brother. No, the place they beat too much.
The man should not be calling you Jude Duncan. He'll be calling you Mr.
Jude Duncan.
No, you sit.
Why you don't want
you
to
sit at the table of men. Agree? Right now, when the men comes in selecting the men, they will select Yao.
I beg you.
This man,
Why
exclude him? You damn. Who exclude you, man? So refer to him accordingly. Mr. Jude Duncan.
Nagode. Hard guy.
It was so.
Yeah.
The place nice.
Yeah. Oh no, the Conclave the B. The people here at Conclave.
Too nice, Charlie.
Big shouts to the people here at Conclave. So we are live. Exactly. We are live on Radio 97.3. Today we took the panorama out of the studio and we are outside in Yao Ejim in Zone West. Yeah, man. Look, let's just hold on in the Black Stars, right? We have to take quick thoughts on the Canada-Bosnia game because Bosnia have taken the lead against Canada. Just quick thoughts on that, and then we'll switch the conversation back to the Black Stars, Jude.
I mean, we were saying earlier today on TV that if you look at this Bosnia side, they prevented Italy from coming to the World Cup.
Yeah.
On paper, Italy's a far stronger nation. They have better players. As to whether they were a better team, we're not sure about that. So you don't want to take them for granted. And if shown, you have made the analysis to suggest that physicality works to their favor. Mm-hmm. They are strong, they are tall, and they were going to rely on the set pieces to make it work for them. I was saying earlier today as well that it's an evenly matched team in the sense that Canada will be relying on their fans to spur them on, whereas Bosnia will be coming into this game saying that we play in UEFA, we play in Europe, we play against the better teams usually during the qualifiers. So that experience should count for something. So no surprises here at all. I'm not really sure about the Canadian defense in this game and what they've been up to because it looks like they're trying to man-mark each time there's a set piece.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure how that is working as far as positional play of their team is concerned. So a lot of question marks, but it's still very early days yet. Mm-hmm. Let's not try and overanalyze the games because, of course, we know that Canada coming into this competition, they are not one that you usually say that they have some pedigree. And I mean, even Mexico, right?
Yeah.
You look at the numbers. The only time they've been at the World Cup and gone past the group stage many, many years ago, in the previous 8 competitions they've been at, one of them, they failed to make it past the group stage. But every time they made it past the group stage, they just end at the round of 16 stage of the competition. So Canada, yes. Football nation, I'm not really sure about that. And 1-0 halftime, I'm not surprised because, like I said, 2 evenly matched teams. And it's a game that could go anywhere. But I'm sure they'll come back stronger in the second half.
All right, so Jovo Lukic gets in the goal for Bosnia, assisted by Sead Kolasinac.
Yeah, I think
former Arsenal left back.
I don't know, but truth be told, it's been a very poor game. Truth be told, it's been a very
you're not
poor,
seeing
no.
A lot of quality plays.
I compare it to the South African Mexico and then to the South Korea.
The South Korea Czechia game was super the best game
that was
seen.
brilliant. That was a brilliant game. But today, I mean, Canada, you're the host. Get on the ball. You see, they should have avoided that early goal because Bosnia, they are a solid defensive framework.
Mm-hmm.
Very difficult to break down. Now, the Canadians look very lost in having the proper attacking mentality to break them down.
Yeah.
It's like they are hoping whatever they will do will end up giving them the result. At this level, you don't hope. You have to believe in whatever you are doing. It's because they are not being consistent in in their attacking play. The next moment they are doing this, the next moment they are doing this. It's good to put some form of variation. But when the variation is changing every second, it becomes difficult for the players themselves to fall in sync or to align themselves with what we are going to do next. At this level, you do things, you repeat 1, 2, 3, 4 times. If it doesn't work, then you go to plan B. See whether plan B does not work. If it doesn't work, then you have a blend of plan A and plan B.
Yeah.
You see whether the opposing team can guess right. If they cannot guess right, then you have them to punish. But if you look at what is being done here, even look at the goal they conceded. Yeah, we were speaking about it off air. There was lack of discipline. You ask, where was the goalkeeper going? Was that ball floated in a way that demanded the goalkeeper to step out? He find himself in no man's land. And at the end of the day, they decided to man mark. The only player who they did not man mark was the guy who flicked the ball on. Once the ball is flicked on, everybody there is in 6. If you are the defender, it can just hit you and then it ends up in the back of your net. The fact of the matter is, they need to calm down. I am shocked. Who is their coach? The former US coach.
Yeah, so Jesse
March.
He's not a good coach.
The former Leeds coach.
Come on,
Leeds United.
We saw him with the United States of America. We saw him with Leeds United. He's been very shambolic. He needs to get them to calm down. You see, it's like tactically they are not showing any decent shape.
Yeah.
Both defensively and then on attack. Look at it. Look. You see, he's throwing himself. As a coach, you need to calm down. If you don't calm down, you tend to transmit or you transfer your attitude and your anxiety onto the team. And every player picks up the ball. He's not sure what my coach expects me to do or wants me to do. And then it becomes so chaotic and then everybody's all over the place. They should calm down. If they calm down, I think they will build. Look, they considered the goal in about the 20-something minute.
21st minute.
Since they considered the goal, they've not shown proper composure in possession of the ball. It's been rushed. People not taking the best decision. When your team start playing like this, it is up to you, the coach, to immediately draw the attention of your controller. Every team has a controller. In the case of Canada, I think the black guy in the midfield is more or less the controller of the thing. He's physically well built. He's got strength. He's got power. He needs to get back and see the pitch.
Yeah, that's Cone.
Yeah, he's rather in the position that does not allow him to see the pitch.
Is that Coney? Yeah, he plays for Olympics. Marseille.
He should drop back into a typical number 6 role, like a Vitinha or like a Neves would do, so that you see the pitch. When you see the pitch, you begin to coach the players. You stand here, you go here, then you begin to distribute. You begin to distribute, give and go, take, receive, go through the middle, wide, and then you begin to get everybody to fall in a certain orientation, and then you begin to go and punish. The coach will have to calm down. The clip we just saw of him virtually trying to pull his tie, throw his suit all over the place.
Self-destructive.
It's unacceptable. It's self-destructive. When you do that and your players begin to see you, you are making them overly anxious. And the wrong decisions most often is what is going to happen.
Could it not be host nation pressure?
That is why he needs to calm down as a coach.
Yeah.
You see, no matter the intensity of the pressure, you, the manager, you need to calm down. Because that is why you were chosen to be the manager. If you align yourself with the pressure and you begin to react, it gets to the players. Look, we've seen good coaches like Pep, like Mourinho, like Jurgen Klopp. They will put the pressure onto themselves.
Yeah,
and
leaders don't yell.
They will yell. They will more or less invite the pressure onto themselves and allow the players to be free to go and play.
Yeah.
If you in inviting the pressure onto yourself, you don't do what he's doing.
Okay.
Calm down. At times, look, it's just a simple eye contact. Eye contact will send the message across, and these players will fall in line and will begin to synchronize themselves with whatever the other player is doing, and then you have a good harmony. Then you go and punish.
Well, for those of you who are interested in the numbers around the game, I just want to start with the XG for the two teams. Bosnia do have 0.77. And Canada is 0.64. Ball possession, Canada do have 66%. Bosnia 34% to their name. So it looks like Bosnia are doing everything right. In terms of the FIFA rankings, Canada are ranked 30th and Bosnia are 64th when it comes to the FIFA rankings. Game is being played at the Toronto Stadium. That's where the Black Stars will be playing their first game against Panama on June 17. That's Carlos Queiroz up against Mr. Christiansen. Yeah, let me bring you in on what you think Canada can do differently in the second half. Just as pressure on the hosts, they need to bounce back and get at least draw to get started.
I think they need to be more assertive. I think they need to be more assertive and learn to be patient when they get to the critical areas. Because they had a couple of decent opportunities, not necessarily chances, opportunities, where a bit of composure would have been the difference between they squandering a decent opportunity and they getting a goal or two in this game. And so for me, that's what I would call for Canada to do. Be assertive in your build-up. Be assertive in your runs, beating your man or towards the opposing half. Be assertive in that. Be assertive in your box, the way you defend. Be assertive in the way you communicate. That has been a bit iffy throughout the first half.
Yep.
Then once you get to the penalty box or the danger zone, close to the danger zone, then you learn to calm down. Part of being assertive comes with a bit of composure. It's partly connected to composure. Mm-hmm. So once they get to the dangerous areas, they need to be a bit more composed. Because if you are composed, you're able to see the extra man who is free, then lay on the pass rather than going for a shot or attempt a shot. And once you do that, you're able to stretch the defense a little bit more. Then you create those spaces where you can be able to get a goal. And so for me, that's what I would speak about. What Canada can do to be able to get themselves back in this game.
Okay, game has started. We want to take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll get back into sports panorama and continue the conversation around Ghana's operations ahead of their first game against Panama on June 17 in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If you're listening to us on 97.3, we are coming to you live from the Conclave. And I'm Gabi Ofe here with Jude Duncan, Coach Christopher Nimlia, Jeminta, and also Bernard Abeku. We're taking a very quick break. When we come back, there's more conversation for you.
Away by Hadamovic.
Right, welcome back from the break, live on 97.3, and we are live at the Conclave. I am Gabi Ofer. Today it's a different version of Sports Panorama, and I am here with Bernard Abe Coach Christopher Nimley, Yahweh Jaminta, and also Jude Duncan. Alongside, we'll be coming away with updates from the Canada-Bosnia game. It's Bosnia 1, Canada 0, 54 minutes played already at the Toronto Stadium. Guys, let's get into the Thomas Partey conversation. Not the best of news today ahead of Ghana's first game against Panama. Let me start off with you, Jude Duncan, right?
Are we done with the Black Stars preparations?
I mean, we'll tie it all in one, so it's part of it. This is not this is not one of the news that I would have hoped for.
The truth is that when you look at the FA and the kind of preparation we've had heading into this World Cup, nothing screams.
It's an opportunity for you to get into the game.
No. See, you need to be honest, right? You're going to face England. But how many games do you think the three Lions have played going into this competition?
I think 3-2.
3 games.
3 games, okay.
And against all odds, they were able to sneak in a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So the point, the English team are our opponents going into this competition. Are coming in very well prepared. And with the way the competition is set up, if you're not able to win your first game and you're not really certain about getting a decent result in the second game,
like South Africa,
pretty much you're out, right? So I think that when I look at the FA and where the focus is, it doesn't give me the impression that they are minded about making sure that there's a team that is properly prepared going into the competition. And I'm of the view that if we are going to get anything meaningful from this group stage, it will be solely down to the players, their belief, and their own forceful approach in making sure that they make a name for themselves. Some of these guys would want to get a club. Some of these guys would want to.
Most of them have been relegated. Some of them are fighting for. They're going to use the platform to get a new club.
They are looking
Jordan
for
Megalibi, relegation.
We have to stop that.
So that is where, in my opinion, the motivation will be coming from. And not necessarily because the FA has done very well in preparing this team for the competition.
I told Abeku, I didn't get to share that same submission on Football Made in Ghana that I thought it was one of the worst preparations ever leading to the World Cup.
It's shocking.
If you look at Ghana's first campaign at the World Cup from 2006, in fact, I went to dig into the number of friendlies. Yes, I remember we played Turkey and all of these games. In total, we played about 4 games before our first game against Italy.
That's right.
Right? And then we went on to lose.
How many games did we see?
What?
In total, how many games did we play in that campaign?
2006.
Yes, please.
Oh, you mean in the World Cup or the friendlies?
Oh, yeah, I mean, in
the World Cup, we played 4 games.
We played 4 games. The World Cup itself, we played 3 games.
Brilliant.
No, the World Cup itself, we played 4 games.
We've had 4 games.
Listen, I'm not taking it from you. I'm just building on. Even in 2022, we played 3 friendly games. Heading into our first game against Portugal. We played Brazil. We played Nicaragua. We played Switzerland. In fact, against Switzerland, I remember that's when Mohamed Salisu scored his first goal for Ghana.
Fair point.
Heading into a World Cup, you played just 1 game.
We've had
under Carlos Queiroz.
What makes this even worse is that this is a coach who is coming into this team without necessarily a fair idea of who his core team is going to be. And see, I hear people around the team. Senior Godfred Akotobuafo, he's in the US, he's covering the team. Many other people who have followed the team closely have said that if they look at the kind of training that the team is currently undergoing with Carlos Queiroz,
we wasted our time.
Oh, Chale,
you really can't tell. You really
and you see in the first 45 minutes against the friendly we played
against Wales.
We're not really sure. But in the first opening minutes of the second half, you could clearly tell that the people whose decision it was to keep Otto Addo still at the helm of affairs, did us the greatest the service in our football for God knows how long. Because the truth is that with everything we've seen under Carlos Queiroz,
Yeah, tactical CQ.
oh Charlie, see, it is night and day. Night and day. And you would have wondered, like, how what was the wow factor that kept us with Otto all this while? And you would have assumed
It's only Ketokriku.
you know, you would have hoped that with knowing that we have delayed this long,
Yeah,
we would have been up and doing,
yeah.
you know, but that is not the case. And the worst part, Gabby, the worst part, where you'd have expected team officials to focus on, you know, Charlie, doing the work for which they've been sent there, they are beefing people.
They are beefing people.
Charlie,
Look.
they are beefing, you know, and you're wondering.
Somebody
So, see,
picking up.
that being said, I was today,
Yeah.
I was looking at the Jamefe committee report.
Okay.
And one of the main recommendations was for the FA to be clear and transparent with details on the entire team at the World Cup. Coach, I'll come 1 minute. And all of the roles and responsibility. So what I, as a football fan and a journalist, would have expected with our FA and to a large extent the ministry by now is to give us a detailed breakdown. A detailed breakdown, not a summary report on how much it's going to cost, but a detailed breakdown of how much this campaign is going to cost us.
Okay.
A detailed breakdown on all the people who are with the team on the funds by the taxpayer. We've not seen that, and for me, it raises questions, and it raises government's commitment towards transparency and accountability. So that being said, see, I'll credit the minister. I think as and when we've tried to call on him for information, he's been very forthcoming. He's been on a point of view with Ben Adavle twice. This week he was on PM Express. Even today, this evening, he was on Eyewitness News discussing the Thomas Partey issue. I believe we'll come to it soon. So the point is that I'll credit him. He's tried to be forthcoming with information. The ticketing issue, I'm not really sure what's happening there. But as far as I'm concerned, I've not been impressed with the preparation, and I've not been impressed with how we are packaging ourselves to this World Cup.
Okay.
And there are serious transparency issues that I think we've not addressed heading into this competition. And they should focus. See, another thing, everywhere the players are, officials are there. And I'm asking, it's like, we're the only people who do that too. See, I follow this English team or try to follow them religiously. Other national teams same. I don't see their FA chair around like the way we see ours. You know,
You see, our management members, look, they are not doing anything. We are just feeding them free. Oh, main cable, what are they doing?
They're not working.
What are they doing? If they cannot see the name to get this team another friendly game to play, what is the use of them? What exactly are they doing? Can you tell us that they are in charge of ABCD? Are you free? Are per diem free? Per diem free? Each management member there for no work done is entitled to 62,000. Is it 62 or 67,000? $62,000 per head. Every player there, $100,000 appearance fee. Look at what happens. Look, when I talk, people say we've gone past that, but we've not. We've not gone past that. Do you know why? We know the extent to which these players go to beg to enter into the Black Stars. Now we give them the opportunity to come and play for Ghana. Having begged, not all of them do though, don't get me wrong. The likes of Thomas Partey, Samuel and Co will not beg to play for the national because they are the best players we've got. But we know the extent to which some of them go to enter into our team. Now we give them the privilege to play for our team. You tell us that for giving them the privilege to play for our team, we should give them $100,000 for showing up. Citi FM Channel 1 TV gives me the work to do. I apply to work at Citi. I apply to work at Channel 1 TV. I'm given the appointment letter. The day I show up for work, I'm given $100,000. I've not even started work yet.
You're quitting the next day.
Oh my, $100,000. Yeah, free. After all that, where is the job? Where is the friendly game? Where is the quality preparation that is being given to our team? We can see it.
Yeah.
Look, we have who I think is the best man for the job. But the FA is Nicodemously orchestrating the failure of our team. Look, the last time, if it had not been for the Wolves game, the last time all our players would have played in the proper competitive game is about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Probably more. I mean, Semenyon's last game was.
You understand?
Yeah, May, I think May.
When was Jordan last game? Yeah. When was Newman last game? When was
Ellie? That's
Ajete.
Ellie.
Ajete. When was his last game?
Yeah.
Jerome, when was his last game? You see, and you expect that these are technocrats, and they're supposed to see all this. The team in charge of data. You see that, like you said, so many people are there. We don't know exactly what they are doing.
We need to publish.
Okay.
It's important.
What are their roles? What is the data?
Publish
the data on
every
our team.
single person who's with the team.
What is the data on
their
our team?
role, their responsibility. So we have a fair idea. Also because it helps with transparency.
Yeah.
And very importantly, it gives us a fair idea of how much we are going to spend at the competition. And we know who to hold responsible for what. And the way, like, the clamor around the team, I hear people say
have too many people around
the officials, we are not really sure, right? So let's leave the boys and let's leave the technical people to know what they know how to do best.
Yeah.
Rather than going on the same thing that we've been doing for time immemorial, hasn't served us well and won't serve us well. But you asked about the Partey issue. I don't know if you want to.
So before that, let me just say that, the team was based in Virginia, right? They've moved to Providence, the Rhode Island, to continue their preparations. I remember Carlos Queiroz mentioned that he will need 10 training sessions to get this team at that level before our first game against Panama. You get a 10th training session. So when did it arrive? Yesterday? No, this morning. Okay, so let's say last night or this morning. That game against Panama is next week. So they have tomorrow, Sunday, 6 full days to get this team at that.
I can assure you they will not train every day.
Exactly.
The intensity of the training, they will not train every day, one, and the intensity will vary. Okay, but even if Carlos Queiroz says he needs 10 training sessions, to some extent I agree, to some extent I don't agree. I don't think that is enough. The training sessions are not match situations. The training sessions tactically are meant to review match situation and correct the things that happen during the match and the things that are likely to happen in your next match based on the opponent and how they play their football. I agree you need more time on the pitch. But what are you actually correcting? Look at the shape of this team. What is this? Dude, you're laughing. Because they look, you see, you understand? So like what I'm saying, we need, look, Jude, Yao, Gabi, Abeku, can we just conclude on why we've not played another game?
Because
it's about the money.
Yeah, we're not ready to.
It is about the money.
Amount.
Who is refusing to refuse the money? Who is refusing to release the money? Excuse me. Therefore, they've got money on our behalf. And maybe I will have to treat that when you get the minister the next time, engage him along that line. Why hasn't the FA accounted for all the friendly games that we have played? The Jemefer report again completely says that if you take any of our national team for any friendly game, the details regarding the financial should be made
public.
Clearly public.
Yeah.
We are telling us that Mexico will invite us to come and play and they didn't give us money. Where is the money? That money could have been used to organize another friendly game for our team.
Okay.
Meaning you feel you're washing.
Because
they are letting us down. You see, most people will not see. But look, I can assure you one thing.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I pray God that our players don't show any sign of fatigue after the first 60 minutes.
And it's very likely because
I pray God,
see, coach,
we've been doing football. There's much fitness.
Let me not even cut you. The weather, right, is a major factor in all of this.
So how are we getting used to it?
Acclimatization is key because now in some of the areas like Houston, Guadalajara. No, I'm coming, but you don't know where you end up after the group stages. I'm coming. Oh, it doesn't. We are not in shape. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Even because you don't hand over the mic for you.
Even in Boston, even in Boston, the average weather condition, as we've seen, is not one our players are used to. That's the fact. England, they are struggling. They are struggling.
That's Miami.
With the heat, I'm coming. But I'm saying we are playing a game in Boston. The weather condition there is not also something that the players are used to.
Fair.
So the point essentially is that we needed to have better prepared, to acclimatize. Countries who were serious about doing that, they did that. England played New Zealand. They played Costa Rica.
Why are we the only country
Miami
what we are doing?
FC. So you see that nothing beats preparation.
So,
you say this a
they
lot.
cannot get. I'm coming. They cannot get any MLS team and play.
It's
I'm a few on it, Charlie.
And it's also because people feel like we've not been transparent in the past, and that is creeping in back again. And you know, in a large extent, we are seeing that come back again. So I think that the Ghanaians are happily and fully behind this team. To get a lot more people to clamor around the team is really easy. Ghanaians, we really let go easily like that. And I think an easier way they could have gone about this is to have been a lot more transparent with, one, of course, finances, two, around people with the team, their responsibility, and I'm sure we would have really had a good campaign.
Because of time, so I want us to progress the conversation.
Any sort of story,
Yeah.
or video that comes out of the camp of the Black Stars must be put on record. It's not the bona fide property of anybody.
Who is this for?
It's for my good friend Aminu Shabo. That must be put out there clearly. No, you see, when you see people who you like and you love so much makes elementary fundamental error. The Black Stars belongs to all of us. All of us cannot be there. So when you are there and you do something, it is not for you.
Yeah.
You cannot hold exclusive, like it is exclusively yours. It's wrong. Threaten people that you take them to court because you're what? You're what? Don't do that. Who told you I cannot be there? All of us cannot be there. But when I'm there on behalf of the people of Ghana. So when you make any video, any story on the Black Stars, it is not yours. After all, you are there at the expense of who? The taxpayer. My money, our money, including your money, is what is being used to take care of you.
Yeah.
So when you do this, please, it does not belong to you.
Okay.
It belongs to all of us.
But let me bring you in. Let's touch on the Thomas Partey conversation. Just hold on. I want to start this way so that everybody can have a fair bite on that issue. Bernard, not the best of news with the Partey, but that conversation was always coming. It started with stories from The Athletic talking about the fact that reportedly the English FA was talking to some of the players to stay away from giving Thomas Partey a handshake. I've heard coach on different platforms about all of that. And then today the story was that Partey has been denied entry into Canada, and so what it means is that he's going to miss that first game against Panama. I've seen another story from FIFA. I've seen FIFA reacting to it. Ghana Sports Minister has also reacted to it. It says that they'll be looking to appeal and not allow that situation go to bed and all of this. In your own thoughts, what do you think? Or what do you think this disrupts teams' preparations for Carlos Queiroz?
I think football is now mapping a strategy or an approach to disrupt or take Thomas's football.
Yeah.
I think the whole football community should rise to this. I read something on the Canadian government's website.
Yeah.
And I quote, it says,
on their website.
Yeah. The Canadian government's website. And I quote, it says, if you have committed or been convicted of a crime, you may not be allowed into Canada.
If you have committed or convicted, the key word
or been convicted of a crime, you may not be allowed into Canada. But Partey has been charged.
Mm-hmm.
The final verdict,
and he's pleaded not guilty to what, 7 counts, right?
Yeah. but he's awaiting trial.
Yeah.
He's awaiting trial. Absolutely. So this is a direct move that is mapped up to obstruct the player. To put all his hard work that he's done over the years into a certain state of torture and all of those dangerous words you would want to use in describing the situation. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? If this is an approach, you read clearly what the government official website has put out.
Yeah, Canadian government.
And we've not even gotten there yet.
Yeah.
We've not gotten to the level where you should be preventing the young man from not participating and playing for a country he loves. He's gotten his contract ending at June. He's done over 30 games for BRL in this campaign. There's an option to extend. Are you taking the football interest in the young chap away? I describe him as young because he's gotten a lot of football still up in his sleeve. There are players who are 40 years. I know you come there. There are players who are 40 years who are playing in this competition. 40 years. Guillermo, Mexico's, thank you for the example. Luka Modric, I said Luka Modric. Mexico's
Guillermo Ochoa.
Guillermo is 40 year. Why are we doing this? So for nothing at all, after this World Cup, he's gotten another last World Cup to play before he retires, if he wants to. If we deem him fit for the national team. This is a direct approach that I feel is not needed from the scratch, and it's worrying for this country because we all know the pedigree of Thomas Partey. We all know what he has produced for football. He played for one of the biggest football clubs in England. Understand the situation of what counts or charges or what have you that is at hand. But we must find a way to always make football welcoming for all.
Okay.
The motto or the focus of this game, football, is to unite the world. The World Cup we are playing, main focus of this whole event is to bring the world together. It is why the FIFA president insisted that with whatever confusion that is between Iran and the United States, they put it aside and allow Iran participation in this World Cup. And Iran has gotten that ticket to participate in this World Cup, even though there are certain wording out there that we are really not okay with. But the main goal is that they have the opportunity to play, if not in the United States, in the World Cup, because it's a three-host country. Why have the Americans allowed Thomas Partey into their country to train with the team, and now the Canadians are saying they are not going to allow Thomas Partey into their country, and we are inching closer to our first game of the campaign, and you go into the discussions that are making waves, and all the discussions is around Ghana. If you look down on them, they're a team that can easily obstruct you. Why are we doing this? The world wants to see football, and that's it.
Okay.
After football, we can go back later
into
September or what have you, and then talk about that issue, or November, and discuss all of those issues, because it is with the court. What the court told Partey to do was to inform it 24 hours or so to when he decides to exit or go to a certain mile that is above a certain jurisdiction that they've determined for him to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, football should be that game that unites. I feel he's a brilliant chap. There are issues around footballers a lot. At the end, that chap that played for Mendy, that played for Manchester City, we realized that indeed, whatever.
Well, Bernard, just hold on. Canada have equalized 78. I mean, the chap who was just introduced onto the game, Lauren, when jersey number 9 has given Canada the lead. Sorry, the equalizer against Bosnia and Herzegovina.
That's a good goal.
It's Canada 1, Bosnia 0. The host nation responding nicely, and he does the Memphis Depay goal celebration. Canada 1, Bosnia 1. Jude, just roll thoughts on that.
I mean, we predicted a draw.
Yeah,
I predicted a draw because I was saying to you that but then we did a set together at Tockham. So why you did do like
before you continue, big shout to Susu Graham. He's listening to us though. You know he's in Ontario. He's in Canada. Sorry, watching that game. So I'm sure Susu Graham will be happy to see. At least
see that was a really poor goal to concede, in my opinion, right?
But I think look at the 10 from the striker.
Yeah, that is the point. You don't allow him to 10.
No,
As a
but no,
defender,
I think you're trying to
come on.
discredit the strikers.
No. It was pure instinctive play on the part of the striker.
Duncan, I disagree
It's
with you on
it's
this.
a poacher instinct, but you don't give him that time and space in the box, and that is why I feel like the Bosnian defense let themselves down because see, he had enough time to look at where to even place the shot. Right,
Exactly.
so it's a well worked goal.
Handball? Oh my goodness. All the hard work just about to get done.
That'll be tough.
Yeah.
That'll be tough. But I mean, it's still being checked. That being said, it was a very easy goal to concede on the part of Bosnia. But the Canadians won't care. It's 1-0, and they'll be roaring to go.
The goal stands?
The goal stands, absolutely. The goal stands. So, well done. I think that this game will probably end in a draw because I don't see any team coming back.
Yeah, that's your prediction, right?
That's my prediction earlier on. But see, it could spur the Canadians on, and they could really go all out and just get another goal later in the game for the winner.
I spoke about the black guy in the middle, and
Tony.
He needed to see. I hope you saw the build up. He picked up the ball and he could see. He could see. So once he came, he could see, and then he gave the pass. And that ricochet, then the striker just. When you are a midfielder and you are playing that number 6 role, you don't go in front of the ball. You always stay behind the ball and see. You see, look at where he picked the pass from. You see the way he went through the middle, gave the pass, but that was a good 10.
So that has been checked. He was onside.
It was onside. For me, I think I wouldn't blame the defenders because the striker did a very good job.
That's why I felt like Jude was trying to discredit.
Quick turn and great control in tight spaces. In a tight space, I think the goalkeeper could have reacted a little bit quicker.
It was a slight deflection.
Exactly, and because of the deflection, he took away the sting in the shot. And so for me, I thought he could have
again
I
away
think he could have
from him.
reacted a little bit because you saw the way he swung his arm. I thought he could have.
He was
reacted
going this way, and then the deflection, so he had to change his direction. So that, in my view, normally will beat a goalkeeper unless it's at a distance where you can now see the deflection.
Yeah.
I mean, if it is this close, I mean, if he's able to react and make the save, I mean, you clap for him. But if he doesn't,
I honestly believe he could have made the save because it wasn't like a shot attempt that had a lot of venom because the deflection took away a lot of the venom. And on top of that, there was quite enough distance for him to make the reaction safe. So, yeah, for me, I struggle to believe that. Yeah, he couldn't have done anything in that situation. I honestly believe he could have done better. Just reacted a little bit quicker, just to flick the ball away from goal and to be able to prevent Bosnia from conceding that equalizer. Honestly.
Well, so what? 82 minutes. At the Toronto Stadium, it's Canada 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina also 1. Larin getting that equalizer for the Canadian national team.
I don't know I think the Bosnia team is an aging team because it's like their intensity has dropped significantly. Kolasinac is now cramping already.
Is he the one sitting?
Yes, he's the one sitting, and I think. If the Canadians and
he's called for a substitution. He wants to leave the pitch.
He wants to leave. They are camping now. If they can up the pace a bit more in the last 5 minutes, but it must be done sensibly because it is better you draw 1-1 than to go in search of that all-important goal and then you get back. So it must be done sensibly. If they can do it in the way that will get them to up the tempo because they are a bit more younger. In terms of the average age of the team, I think these guys will struggle. And let you know, the man is cramping. He cannot continue.
He's cramping. He's definitely can't.
Include Unaba.
Well, the
your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that Thomas Partey has been caught up in this issue. But look, in isolation, this is dead wrong. Like, this is dead on arrival in the sense that he hasn't been convicted. And you're already making a pronouncement. And based on what you believe is a pronouncement, you've already acted by preventing him from going into the country or getting access to the country. And so for me, yes, in isolation, this is wrong. But I look at the context I look at the context that we are operating with or operating within. Then you get to understand. This shouldn't be a surprise, honestly, because of the context.
Mm-hmm.
You have a situation where in the United States of America, the Somali referee is denied entry because they believe that he has links to a terrorist group.
Yeah.
And with Canada, they are also enforcing their own beliefs.
Okay.
So that is the reason why I honestly believe that.
Not to take it away, but
the
their own beliefs against their own laws.
Exactly.
That's what it, I beg we just read.
And that's why I said the context, because they believe that where I sit and per the way this issue is being handled.
Until proven guilty,
until proven guilty, you are innocent.
Yeah.
But they believe that they do not want to be associated with something like that.
A player who's in
that's how I see it.
Okay.
So there's context to it. So for instance, Omar Atan, he has a diplomatic passport. Per the conventions of international law, if you have a diplomatic, should be granted access to the country. But America decided that we do not want to be associated with someone who has terrorist links, reportedly.
Okay.
You get my point. And so this is a way of Canada saying, okay, yeah, you check every box, you've not been convicted, but we believe that we do not want a situation where our country would be opposed to someone who is still. But in the United States case, it's double standards. You get my point. So that's why I say that in context, this is how it goes. This is how I see it going. That there's a bit of consistency in there because they are also towing the line of the US. But in isolation, they are dead wrong because the guy has not even been convicted. Has there even been a trial? No.
In law,
so
it is
how I see it.
It is called the golden rule for a reason. And the rule is that it's a principle as well where you are innocent until proven guilty. It is an underlying.
And there are several examples.
Exactly. So
where players were more or less denied working.
Yeah. And then later the verdict comes out.
And they were completely innocent.
Yeah.
So me, I don't get it.
Has become the latest victim. So in Benjamin Mendy's case, he was practically condemned. He had to sit out of Man City and he was prevented from playing. In other instances, they suffered the same. Gylfi Sigurdsson, the same thing. So in Partey's case, the verdict hasn't been handed out or handed down. At the end of the day, based on what has happened previously, once there's an accusation, fair or not, you will get punished.
Okay.
And so in this situation, Partey is getting punished before a verdict is already handed down. And that's
unfair.
That's unfair, but it is consistent with what has happened in previous instances.
Yeah.
And when you look at the context of the World Cup, USA has already done one by flouting or going against their own rules and international rules that they have already signed on to. The man has a diplomatic passport, but they denied him entry.
So I would say
they are going against their own rules.
You
get it?
Yeah.
And Canada have practically done the same with Partey, unless maybe
for me
there's a last minute change of mind.
I wanted coach to do that, but I think he has some quick thoughts on what you just said.
For me,
and FIFA is also backing it, so that makes it even
FIFA
have they really got hold of it though?
At this point,
FIFA statement, I don't think it's a statement that say they back what the Canadians are doing.
They just say they respect their position on immigration.
It doesn't mean it cannot change. I think, look, it's a matter of diplomacy now. We need to take it to that level. And if you listen to the minister, he said we are going to appeal the decision. In appealing the decision, it means we are going to go as diplomatic as possible as we can. And it's going to go all the way to the highest level. They may choose not to badge. They may want to stick their ground. But look, we all know the relationship between the UK and Canada.
Yeah.
US.
No, the UK and Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
And I think that is the root cause of whatever we are experiencing. We know that if you look at Canada, they are more inclined to the UK way of doing things than the US way of doing things.
I see.
It's unfortunate. But what are they seeking to achieve? Are they trying to weaken our team so that some other people will benefit? Or what?
Guys,
Okay, so what? So you're
I'm
saying
coming.
that they
For
want
me.
to weaken our team so that England will benefit?
Of course, you cannot move away from that
But
because
that's
we've heard
been-
that now.
Go with England.
Go onto the England
the
platform.
the whole thing about who shake hands. Some persons believe that it is aimed at mind games.
Yeah.
At mind
Stabilize
game,
the
but
team.
you see,
More
the
like
moment you do that,
to
there
unsettle
could be,
Partey
this
and
could
the-
be another man game
Yeah.
because they know the importance of the player to our team. When Ciro was charged of a similar situation, was he stopped from traveling?
But he couldn't go to the US.
No, but at the end of the day, he didn't even go to court. What about Hakimi? Hakimi is in the US. So are they telling us that today
US.
If
This is
Hakimi-
Canada.
No, are they telling us
Get
that?
it.
Are they telling us today if Hakimi also Morocco were to go to play a game in Canada, they will not allow Hakimi
Apply
to
the
go.
same thing. Let's
Once
progress the
we get to
conversation.
that
So-
bridge,
so
then
we
we'll
know-
see how
we know how
they
they-
handle it.
Our people have to fight.
We know
Yeah.
for a fact that
Okay.
the ESCO met with the US ambassador, Ambassador Victor Smith, to look into the issue. We are not clear what the fallout from that particular meeting is, but we are being told that some appeal of a sort will take place. Like Coach said, the minister was on Eyewitness News with Tomorrow Sun a few
Yeah.
minutes ago and also gave an update on the case to say that they entirely disagree with the position on the Canadians and that they were going to appeal it. So in the coming days, we get a sense that we'll have a clearer picture of what the position is from the FA's point of view. I would have also expected the FA to have come out to publicly, state what the position is, rather than us wait till FIFA and the private media organization take it up. The story broke after New York Times, through their affiliate or their subsidiary, the Athletic, made a publication on it. So in some of these instances, you'd expect the FA to be forthcoming with information and very proactive in the way they go about it. But that being said, I think that some of these things sometimes happen and could be a blessing in disguise. I say that because I look at the current crop of midfielders we have, though inexperienced, I think that given the necessary support, and again, it feeds back to the lack of preparation by this team and why the FA have done us a very good disservice. But I think that, be that as it may, I expect Renchi, the likes of Elisha Usu.
Yeah, so you're now getting to our options, right?
Exactly.
That's
Because
it.
at this point,
Because I wanted to ask that I think we would have to move forward because I don't think the days are waiting for us.
Look,
Whatever the outcome will be.
in
for
trying
that
to go
meeting.
to the options, I think our team has been weakened. Unless you
Oh,
don't
yes.
significantly.
Oh, yes,
It's been
yes.
weakened significantly.
But
That
what-
is why, yes, we cannot move on, and we need to encourage our people to appeal and fight this. Because the game is on Wednesday. Getting Thomas Partey to leave the US all the way to Canada is just within a second.
Yeah.
He's gone and he's there. The options we've got. Imagine without Thomas Partey in that midfield. Who have we got?
Elisha Usu,
We've got Elisha Usu.
Caleb
We've got
Irinchi,
Caleb
Augustine
Irinchi, we've got
Boache.
Sibok.
Kwesi Sibo.
Look, it's completely weak. Extremely weak.
Who is the other defender?
Very weak.
Sorry, the other midfielder.
Look, you see, it is so weak
The other
that
midfielder.
I think I've mentioned all. Right?
no, that's all.
Elisha Usu, Kwesi
You see,
Sibo,
that's
Augustine
why some of us
Boache,
said that.
and
At
Caleb Irinchi.
least,
So what?
Suleiman
I
has
said
No,
that-
he's not part of the team.
I said that.
Okay.
I disagree. You remember we said we had this conversation. I said, look, we shouldn't have gone to the tournament with just 4 natural midfielders,
central midfielder.
central midfielders. That to me was woefully unacceptable and it was inadequate. Let's hope that would be like you were trying to say.
But coach,
Urenchi
outside of
Sibo,
Partey, who would be our top 3 pick for a midfield
look,
three?
I think we need to do a 4-3-3. But if you take Partey out, you cannot start with all your 3 midfielders.
Can you place
Football-
Caleb Irinchi in a holding role?
No.
Get
No,
Augustine
no,
Boache to
no.
be more advanced,
No, you can't-
and
you can't
possibly
blame-
You are
Elisha
setting-
to
no,
partner
no,
him.
I think you are setting a young man to
That is not him.
In that
He's a
position.
box to box.
I think
Yeah.
with
He's
this,
got energy to bear.
I think with this Partey issue, it just gives more credence to why I see Carlos Queiroz going with a system
The back
I
three.
honestly believe that should have been our best system right from the get-go. That's a back 3. Play with a back 3 because at the end of the day, I see all the formations and all the picks that people or possible lineups that people have made about the Black Stars heading into that Panama game. And funny enough, It doesn't include our best defender.
Who's our best defender?
Kojo Pompepra.
I'm shocked.
Funny enough, it doesn't include our best defender.
Yeah.
How about?
And so for me,
Lukasen?
it should be no. He is
Dale,
a backup.
behave
So
yourself.
for me, it should be a back three. Which and funny and interestingly enough, you have Jerome Opoku, who is quite a good passer of the ball,
Yeah.
and Kojo Pompepra, who can play on either side of that centre back position. So for me, it should be a back three. And this Partey issue has improved or increased the chances why we should do so. Because if you play with the back three, let's say Jerome Opoku in the middle, Kojo Pompepra on the left, then Jonathan Ajete on the right.
Yeah.
Then on the left side, wing back position, you have Babaraman, maybe Babaraman playing,
Marvin Sene,
or Gideon Mensah start, either of the two.
yeah.
Then on the right side, you have Marvin Sane. Then in the middle, then you have Kwesi Sibo. No, I will start Elisha Owusu. Yeah, Elisha Owusu and Caleb Uenchi. You give them a little bit of protection in that midfield because they will get stretched. Elisha Owusu is not the most mobile player, and Uenchi has a lot of pace and a lot of energy to bear. But I honestly see him getting dragged out of position in games. And so, in that sense, you need someone who would also be able to step in and occupy that space or take up that space that UHE is likely to depart because he will get dragged out because of his enthusiasm for the game. And on top of that, because he will be heavily involved in matters that move a little bit higher up the pitch. Then up top, you can start with 3 men up top, spread them out. I would love to have Prince Kobno Edu start up top, a very workaholic, stout kind of forward. Then you have Antoine Semenyo and Christopher Babons working alongside those guys.
Okay.
For me, Ishaku hasn't shown that he's very keen on nailing that starting position in the Black Stars, because I look at his body language, I look at how he applies himself. I don't think he has that intensity that he does when he plays for Leicester City.
Good. Because of time, I want to take Coach. What do you want to add?
I know I'm looking at how we can utilize the team, and I'm trying. Coach is the tactical
30
person.
seconds. 30 seconds.
Right? Is it possible for a player like Ali Duseidu, we can get a more inverted role for him, where we see him do like a Zinchenko?
Oh, I beg you. I disagree. Don't even continue. No.
He's
Ali
giving his
Duseidu to invert way. My guy. I beg you. Coach, you have to close on Panorama. Please give me your starting 11, and I'll
For the
take
Black
Black Stars. In the absence of Partey,
justice for Ali Duseidu.
No.
No, justice for Ali Duseidu.
No, won't do any inversion of Ali Duseidu on what to do where to and play where.
No, but
On the left side,
my guy. Let's be serious.
He has the physique. Does he not have?
When he started, ever since you started watching Ali Duseidu, give me the number of times you've seen him make progressions up front.
Even if he goes where he can't
5
cross
crosses,
the ball,
he's not even
then
done
he
it.
should go inverted, go and pass the ball.
If you invite him into
What are you saying?
midfield, for me, my only issue is again the discipline. He will
give you that.
Forget it.
Coach, let me take yours. Look,
yours. I think in the absence of Thomas Partey, I would still go. Carlos Queiroz would never do a 3-back. I've never seen him do a 3-back wherever he's been. He's a 4-back manager. He tend to have a blend of 4-4-2, low block, medium block, or a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
So I want him to do a 4-3-3. In the absence of Thomas Partey, let's do a back 4. Again, I will go with Marvin, Gideon.
I'll go with Gideon.
I'll go with
Gideon.
Yeah. I'll go with Marvin, Gideon. Upon Pepra. I don't know what is happening there. I don't know the training that is happening there. I will do Pepra and I will do Ajete.
Okay.
I maintain that Jerome is too slow.
Mm.
And whenever we are attacked, his recovery is bad.
Okay.
In that game against Wolves, if you realize, Ajete had to cover him twice. That was what actually got Ajete map to be there. And in midfield, I will do Elisha Owusu. I will do Urenchi. And then,
the attack.
if possible, I will do Enes Nyama in midfield. I saw Otuado
that's an interesting
I saw
pick.
Otuado use him in the middle of the pack as a number 10.
As a number 10, yes.
As a 10. And I'll do him in midfield. No. You see, Augustine Bachi is a good player, but he's never played for the Black Stars before. So it would be a huge gamble to throw him there at that level. Let him sit, let him observe, and then you can throw him.
You can, introduce
him
to the
I
game.
will not start him because he's never been there before. Played for the Black Stars. He didn't play. You understand?
Yeah. He was with his club side since it's in the playoffs.
If you throw him in there, it's a huge risk. And what you don't want to do is for that to back again.
Okay.
Even the Nesneama issue. I'm so worried about that ACL injury that he sustained. I want to see how they will manage him during the tournament.
Okay.
But if he's fit, I'll play him as a third midfielder because he can do a job there.
Okay.
And then it will be Samuel on the left. It will be Christopher Bonsuban on the right, and then it will be Asante.
Brandon Thomas Asante
on the
plays his club football
because
for Coventry.
we and I think in the second half, if we've got a lead to protect, then we throw in the captain John Ayew, and then he take the steam out of the game and then regulate the game in our favor. That's
Bernard Abekwatri, Carlos Quiroz's biggest fan.
Superstar.
Talk to me about your 11.
I would want to do that on, say, a Monday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because we've seen the team play in that friendly against Wales.
Yeah.
We have seen some players who still need adjustment. The players who didn't have time, a lot of time to train or have the full complement of...
Why are you going to see them again?
Oh,
there's no friendly game. So what do I have to do?
I also have my grounds in the team, and I have my sources.
He
in
says
the team.
he didn't have a goal.
So
he says he has his eyes
planted. Shall go do the video? They go
you are saying it.
No, but those are
saying it.
Those are not videos. Those are not videos.
You are saying it. You are
not.
I've watched only one game.
What we are doing, one
clips of training.
I
can just say
it off my head.
We have to go.
I am saying
we have to wrap up in the next 1 minute.
Yeah. So Monday I won't come on TV. I'll do that.
You know
No, I don't. Whatever that I say will be
okay.
Based on that friendly that I watched.
You watched it, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
But I'll wait on Monday. I'm able to do something.
Okay, guys. We would have to end Panorama on Radio 97.3. Let's do some quick shouts, and then we'll take a very quick break, and then also share our thoughts back on Channel 1 TV about the game itself. So let's wrap up on Panorama. Coach, let me start off with you.
Yeah, please. I really need to do this. It is to a very good brother, a good friend, Fifi Ewell.
Okay.
He's the senior manager at PwC Ghana. I contacted him to do something for me. Yeah. I contacted him to do something for me.
Yeah.
He had never met him before. I've never seen him before.
Okay.
But for the fact that I introduced myself to him, I want him to help my accountant finalize some few paperwork. Look, the urgency, the desire to make sure that it is done on time was absolutely brilliant. And the message I'm getting is that he needs not to know you. He's that good in executing his job. And I told him that I'm going to use this program to thank him. So
that'd
Fifi,
be hard.
Wherever you are,
this
is coaching. I'm grateful that you're able to help my Akunta finalize everything. Now, at least he can move about freely. God bless you. And like I promise you, I will come to the office one of these days to come and see you in person. That's right.
Oh, but the bread, what's up?
No, as for the bread, the second round. Hey, now Auntie Nancy, the way she feel the group, not be easy.
Oh, yeah.
The
loaf baker.
Be consistent.
The
bread
loaf baker.
Delivery.
Well,
a big shout out to the folks inside the conclave, Osu, wonderful group, put together a wonderful facility that we are really enjoying ourselves here. A big shout to, actually, it is a birthday shout, a big birthday shout to Emmanuel Ayikwe of the Channel 1 Citi FM. He's in Zanzibar, actually. He's in Zanzibar. He's enjoying himself. So, Ayikwe, happy birthday to you, man.
This information be coded. You put the information
I
will. Yeah, so a big happy birthday to Emmanuel Ayikwe, our parliamentary correspondent. And a big shout out to the sports desk baby girl, Malizi, Elizabeth Okanse. Yes. Malizi, yeah. Malizi. Yeah. So a big shout out to Malizi. Yeah. Niba. Yeah, Bernard Abeku watching. Yeah. So yeah, maybe
Coach, back to you again.
Yeah, just before I do the shout out for Auntie Nancy. Charlie, again, Jude, you have a ride. The people at Auto Fix, Smooth Auto Fix Mechanic at Dansoman. I always remain grateful. Charlie, since the guys touch my car,
it's never been the same again.
My car has never been the same.
You have to bring them to Auto Show.
It's been. Yeah.
You have to bring them to Auto Show.
I will bring them to Auto Show. I will bring them to Auto Show. The Smooth Fix Auto Mechanic people at Dansoma.
When you are going Smooth Fix on Auto Show,
that is the big plus right there.
Yeah.
And do you know the amazing thing is they are saying if you are a young guy out there and you want to learn how these things are done, you want to learn how to spray a car, how to service a car, it's open. Walk in, and they are ready to teach. They are ready to train you. So that at the end of the day, even if you don't get a chance to work with them, you can step out there if the means is there and you can do your own thing. So if you're a young guy out there, you want to go to the people at the Smooth Fix Auto Mechanic and get them Smooth Fix Auto Mechanic. Smooth Fix Auto Mechanic at Dansoma towards the Liberty Sports Stadium, and then you get them to be part of you and they will help you. Yeah. Go and learn if you really need to go and learn how to do this. God bless you guys. Yeah, and I always remain grateful.
So big shouts to Bernard Abeku, looking all sleepy.
And then to Auntie Nancy. To Auntie Nancy, right?
Yeah.
Look, the bread came today.
A
loaf baker.
Everybody.
We foresee the Jama for Auntie Nancy.
Oh yeah, she for take them.
Of course.
And then the conclave. The conclave.
Okay. Banu bawo woke ya. Banu bawo woke ya. Nancy. Ao banu woke ya. Love baker. Banu bawo woke ya. Conclave. Our conclave, Banu bawo woke ya. Our conclave, Banu bawo woke ya.
Joshua, I see you.
Auntie Nancy, what can you my job? Oh no, if you know your new job, I'm here. Afwama, close to Ablekuma. Go there and get your quality bread. Auntie Nancy, the boys are grateful. We thank you. We bless you, Charlie.
Right, Jude, you are done with your shouts, right?
No, I'm not even giving it, but shout outs to what's the name? Julian Quinones. Quinones.
Yeah, the hard guy.
Yeah. And Raul Jimenez.
Planting feet.
No, they make the continent proud.
You have to go back to your home life. Go back. The people are starting. They have to go back.
You don't have to take anybody's job. So
you don't have to take any job. Go back.
So shout outs to
you have to close the show.
Shout outs to Raul
Those people in yellow from they will go back.
Let's close the show, guys. Many thanks. Big shouts to Betway Bet Influenza, Litina Travel and Tour, Extra Cash, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, and also Bank of Africa for always supporting us to bring you Sports Panorama on 97.3. We'll be back same time next week, 7 to 9 p.m. on 97.3. But today we came to you live from the Conclave, and so if you listen to us, that's where we've been right from 7 to 9. Tomorrow we'll be live on Channel 1 TV with the Brazil-Morocco game. That should turn out very nice, live on Channel 1 TV. So you'd want to join us with all the action. I'm Gabi Affair. You heard from Bernard Abeku, Coach Christopher Nimli, Nik Amarteifio, and also Jude Duncan. We out.